The bicycle chef combines the cooking and the bicycle. And in my case, it is to invite people on a ride. I have designed some bicycle kitchens that by evolution, they're built to explore Copenhagen. So I bring my guests on a quest to give them a unique experience. You take a chance joining one of my journeys because I try to prepare myself as good as I can as a chef, and my guests, they also try to prepare themselves, but we don't know what's gonna happen. It reflects life. We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but we have the courage to get out of bed every day. When you as a chef or a host invite people into your settings, you would also like to spice up the experience a little bit. And I think it comes naturally when you use the city. I have possibilities to bring people from the sunset where everything is perfect, the birds are flying and the butterflies and everybody goes, okay, well, I'm gonna melt now. But the next dish, I might bring you somewhere where you did not expect to go. And the full Copenhagen is not a total luxury tour. We have to touch also places where people live in an alternative way, and that could give you something to think about. This is the supermarket for the restaurant industry. This place is good because it's in the meatpacking district where I have my prep kitchen. The whole industry shop here like one big supermarket because they have interesting stuff from all over the world, but you can also get it in big batches. Oh, but I have my 5 acts. These have their themes, and then we play within every act. Right now it's the game, but we also have a maritime and a vegetable, and then of course the sweet in the end, right? But I only bring what is necessary on the bike. I don't bring anything extra. Copenhagen, there's so much attention on the food industry that there's room for many chefs, but everybody is protecting their specialty. In 2002, I transformed my old original Copenhagen cargo bike into a mobile kitchen. And I did that because I wanted to bring my profession as a chef out into parks together with my friends. I wanted to show them my skills, bring them out of the closed kitchen environments and make the cargo bike. It's like a nice centerpiece where you can gather. It's transformed into a studio. Det er vores nye skraldespand ned til bølgen. Biuspande, er det ikke sådan noget øko noget? Today we are gonna cook for 50 people. It's a pop-up event for the bicycle industry in Copenhagen. That is at 3 o'clock, so we have some time to set up the kitchen. And it's going to be the asparagus with the fjord shrimps and the rams. Mayonnaise served on wooden plates with a fork and a piece of bread. People around, white wine, kombucha. We have it all. When it's larger groups, we only cook one dish. If we do 5 courses, it's 20 people and below. This is harvested yesterday by foragers. Seaweed is future food. It's nice to have a industrial kitchen where my bicycle kitchen fits in. It's like bringing a part of a professional kitchen in very privileged surroundings. Since I converted my old cargo bike into a mobile kitchen, I have been on a lot of adventures. I get bored, not with the people, but with the surroundings. I think by changing settings, which you can do on a bicycle, you just jump on, and if you're flexible with your gear, bike 5 minutes and then you're in a totally new part of town. And this transforming of the surroundings is something a normal restaurant can do. When I decide a menu, it's very much on what kind of ingredients that is in season, but it also has to be something that fits into the tour that we do. now at Bar, which is my small shelter by the harbor. Here I have a mini bar. It's important for me to have, should we call them bee plants? If all of a sudden the weather changes to something else than planned, then we can seek cover. This year is something new. I have started to smoke some ingredients to bring on these tours. You're outdoor, the wind, you're meeting people, you're bicycling and everything. So whatever you put in your mouth have to compete with the other stimuli you're meeting. So the food has to taste good, yes, but they also have to be not too refined. They have to be strong. So today I'm going to experiment smoking some summer deer. It's 4 pieces of deer back legs that we will season up with some nice coriander seeds that I picked last autumn. That is in salt. We're gonna rub that and then we'll hang it some hours in my new smoke oven. Get it a little bit in. This is just like giving the smoke a little bit of a companion. Deer has in Denmark always been a luxury. If you really think about a natural piece of meat that has the taste of nature, then it's a piece of game. Something that has been foresting all the mushrooms and the spices, you know, the herbs, and they have had the perfect life with the sun going through. And that, I think, is also what we try on these tours, to get a little piece of levitation. And when we are there, we also need to connect to the other part of life, and that's where it hurts a little bit. And those places we can also find on these trips. We'll say see you later, guys. Enjoy, and then see what happens in a while. Copenhagen is a 1,000-year-old city. There's a lot of history. It's continually transforming to be and more modern. I like to discover and protect some of the old, authentic Copenhagen. Christiania is a small, enclosed world in itself, but it's a freedom town. There's people from all over the world. They have their own currency. They have their own renovation systems. They have still obtained the old hippie community collective where they try to be self-sufficient from the outside world. A lot of what is innovated out of Copenhagen has a part of Christiania in it. Now I'm heading to a city farm in the north that produces fresh vegetables for the industry.
About 90 different restaurants that we deliver to on and off. So big chaotic day today. We received 30 trolleys of substrate, so we're moving stuff around.
These mushrooms I'm going to use for a game summer book that I'm going to cook tomorrow for my guests. So we need a little bit of different mushrooms, so together I'll fry them up and do like a sauce. Normally you spend a lot of time looking for mushrooms and sometimes you never find any. Here you are guaranteed success.
We're on an island called Heslup. It used to be an island for a shipyard. That company went bankrupt in 1995, and then ever since it's just been offices for artists,
yes,
musicians, architects. We are here with our restaurant and our urban farm. These are the fields, edible plants and flowers, and they've just put in pumpkins, so it's really booming now. I think we should more support the local farms instead of buying from farmers that can be as far away as New Zealand.
Exciting. Whoa. Has a smell of bonfire, and yeah, I think it's going to be perfect because it's still uncooked. It has only received smoke and not heat. It's a beautiful color, this smoke color, isn't it? With the coriander seeds. Yeah, very nice. Some years ago, the tours were focused on the luxury, the settings. We can go to the harbor, we can go to the forest. And now I've changed the perspective a little. We also need to touch Copenhagen, because if it becomes too polished, that I'm sorry, it's not a normal life of a city. There's also pain and sorrow, and there's grief and there's happiness.
I'm homeless, living in here, and me and my dog is living over selling the Danish homeless paper. Morten here is support us sometimes with food and empty bottles. You're very kind for that.
We support each other.
Yeah.
But this is where cultures meet in Copenhagen. This is where high and low end they come together.
There's a different kind. Some can behave and some don't. If you are nice and kind and have manners and plea, you come the longest way, I think, in my world. I'm 51 years old.
That's street life in Copenhagen, but we still want to help each other, we want to inspire each other. So this part of town, the meatpacking district, has a special function. It's a melt pot of cultures, ideas, lifestyles, but also an urge to do the best for the city. The meatpacking consists of a lot of entrepreneurs, restaurants, high and low end, but we also have something called A17, which is a drug addict help center. And to place drug addict center among people who are celebrating the weekend going out, there's a contact that does not happen other places. And that friction between two sides of society, people, nearly dying sometimes in these streets, merge together with people who are well off, who are going to drink natural wine, getting lobster and eating grapes. This contact, something magically happens here. So I feel very privileged that I am able to see this, to experience this. And I would also like to bring my guests here so they also can bring this feeling with them home, and maybe it will help them reflect a little bit about who we share this world together with. I would like to say welcome to the gastronomic ride. This is a concept that I've been working on many years. It's built for fun. It's built for exploration in Copenhagen. My team has been preparing all day for this tour. We set sail, we hit open sea. From there on, we don't know what's gonna happen. It can be a high tide, or it can be waves, it can also be perfect, everything. But I like to play with coincidences. We take off and I know where we're gonna go, and I have an idea of which parts of Copenhagen I would like to go, but I have not made any plans, which surprises a lot of my guests. Don't we have a plan? Where are we going now? I actually don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna take a decision in the next roundabout. Then we maybe go about 3 times around, and people are looking at me, having a good time, looking at the other guys over there, and then all of a sudden, I go this way. It's feeling, it's knowing the city, it's intuition. So this way of improvising on the way is also making these tours very personal. You are going places that I would like to go, to find spots that we have not cooked in before. So what you're getting now is a wonderful Spanish pet nat, sparkling, bubbling. Then we are gonna enjoy some Danish oysters. We're gonna put some leek sprouts and mayonnaise with miso. Dip it a little bit. Would you like the first oyster? So I think I'm gonna spend the time on the bike frying the shrimps, then they're cooked when we arrive, because there I need to cook the asparagus also. What a beautiful windy day. Okay, everybody, let's roll. Eller vil tjekke, jeg gør det. Please come closer and make sure I do my work properly. I try to find all the ingredients that are in season, and if we can find something local, it would be even more beautiful. You know, this is also future food, is to eat it all. Let's not peel everything. Here, you eat the whole shrimp, and by frying it in oil, you condense this taste. So they are gonna be like chips, but very powerful shrimp taste. This spot here, it's planned, but it's not tried out before. We're gonna do your authentic Copenhagen dish, butcher's candy, something that every Dane know. Baked in the oven. I put a little bit of vinegar on it just to give it a little bit of sourness, of freshness. But I also made a pea puree to celebrate the green guys that's looking forward. These journeys are a metaphor for the different classes. You can go to areas where family are living happily with children playing in the street, and we could also go to Christiania where people live in a very alternative way, but we could also go to a high-end neighborhood where every lawn is, but that's also fun to take a dish there. We're now heading for the Amagerfjell, which is a national park 5 minutes out of inner city, where there's actually game, deers grazing there. That's where we're gonna eat this dish. I think we have a responsibility of touching and feeling the city, and by going close to some of these places, you will reflect about the living of people. But when you move around in the city, you also have an obligation of getting in contact with the city. So a homeless guy, give him a smile. A rich guy, give him a smile. I mean, this way of bringing positive energy on this tour, I think that is a way of showing respect and responsibility to what the city gives us on these journeys, but what we also can give back. Welcome to Nokken. It's a small freedom town. It's an alternative way of living compared to what is rising in the back. I've given it some shiitake mushrooms from the farm that we visited yesterday. And now I pour in the stock that we did in the kitchen to give it a good sauce. This has been smoked at the wave at our container, and now it's ready, soon to be eaten. The reward of all these tours that have been run like the one today is that feeling you have after a workday, the satisfaction it is to have completed another nice adventure in a beautiful city with lovely ingredients that is transformed into an atmosphere that is eatable and that gives my fellow companions a journey that we together can I think remember for a long time. Right now I actually don't know where the bicycle chef is heading. He is always looking for something. I have found out that it's important to have something you want to shape, and food is a way to gather people, and it's a way of expression that I think I will be able to use forward together with the next young generation, to be able to think smarter, to learn a lot from the past generations, and then top it up with a lot of young new ideas. I'm not gonna innovate a lot more. I have reached my Mount Everest. From here, I would just like to support and give a lot of more people this type of experience, and I hope that it will inspire them forward. Now we are at the final destination. We have been far together on this journey, and I wish you the best summer and hope to see you again. Thank you from me and the staff. I don't roll money home in a cargo bike every night, and I think we are on the right path. But the sacrifices are, of course, it's my family, it's my spare time that is spent on this extra work. When you spend so many years on developing something that you're really passionate about, the reward is that I have reached some kind of supremeness in exactly what I'm doing. The chef in me is super satisfied. The outdoor guy is super satisfied. The host he's happy. It all comes together. We have tied the circle. I think it gives the right kind of experience to also what is needed right now, that we share some more, we experience more together, we take chances and we see what happens, and then we hope for a better future. I've biked a lot in Copenhagen, but I think I'm ready to get inspiration from other places. It would be interesting also to experience or explore your hood, where you come from, where you have your gardens and your street parties, or you have your forest. I would love to be able to explore other people's home, and maybe that's the next chapter.